my mind video. Oh, you could never start with this.
Oh no!
Curse words. Mother and so I'm gonna
Are we putting it in fate? Oh no, it doesn't matter.
I'm
We're just
putting
ranking
it
them, huh?
in the order that I would believe is the best.
Trying to think of things I've heard you say.
I think I had to decide, versions of like, do I say this more or is it my favorite word? Because both can be different.
Okay, I'm excited, and then I want to tell you how I decided.
So. Is my number one. I love to use it. It's just a very versatile word to me. Then I had I don't know. It's kind of like, it's just fun. Like, hey, bitch. I don't know, but you could also use it in a different way. Like, bitch. I don't know. Again, I like the varied use of this word.
True. Okay.
Then I have this has changed for me. I used to hate this word. But people have been using it in a more positive tone instead of a very derogatory way. And I love that. Then I have, I do use this word a lot, but it's not my favorite. And then motherfucker. I don't find myself saying motherfucker often. The full thing. I don't know.
See, I did it because with yours, I felt like it was more like, what's the current fun word to use in vocab?
Oh, I love this.
So not like maybe like what your favorite word was.
Okay.
But like I think that for you, the C word should be higher current status.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Because of all the music that's happening.
I
the amount of times on stream that you guys are like, all the time.
I kind of with that.
I'm going to preface this right now. I cannot say that curse word without an accent. Because I see cunt, and I think, oh, that's
yes.
I think it's a full thing.
Yeah.
The more modern
but it's
version.
just that word.
Yeah.
On stream, though, I feel like that's a word that I hear used more often because of the music scene.
Yeah.
Like lately. And that's why I was like, is it like in the ranking of lifetime? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But currently?
I feel like me and Sid had
I
similar
felt like that
ideas
should
of
go
like,
up.
oh, we've heard it recently.
I
heard it go up.
consider switching C with E. I could do
Yeah,
that.
I was like, I think it needs to be just a little higher.
Higher to some degree.
I don't think I can replace at the top.
I think you just say so much, I toned it out, and I'm just like, I like never hear Mara say and I'm thinking about it now, I'm like,
and so,
she says it all the time.
Yeah.
But then you were like, in my
used to it.
favorite words. And I was like, but that's like the like everyday word. That's not a favorite.
Yeah, this was like a natural
But is it an
occurrence
everyday word because it was my favorite?
See, that's where I got confused. I was like, I don't know. Okay, I have C first.
Wow,
C,
you guys.
Yeah, and then I have A, so I have second. D, E, B.
Wow.
So all these three, very
Let's see.
wild.
I had C. I don't even remember right now. I'm gonna
So
be
C
honest.
is
we
the
were
C
peeking
word.
through it, yeah.
A. And then I had yes.
Oh my gosh, okay,
Yes.
you matched.
I felt like that was the middle ground. That was the nice like
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
how I
C.
would have convinced you the other way because you were so like meh.
Yes.
But I did swap the bottom too, also.
You know what?
yes.
That's
So
fair.
I have
just
D
say
and
shit a
then
lot.
B.
Yeah,
I
we
know, but
both
it
had
felt
B
like
at the
such a
end.
like word.
It
That,
is.
you
They're
know?
both there for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That makes
I
sense.
totally could have gone with that one. I could have put B at the bottom if y'all were willing to fight
That's
for
fair.
it.
That's fair.
Damn.
Well, now we know we have more
Now
rounds.
I have to
Good.
fight some more.
All right, you got one.
Yeah,
one.
I got none.
Okay.
Okay.
Sydney's up one.
Whoa. Licked off of my body.
Whoa. Why is this perfect? The way it said it was freaking perfect.
A. Whipped cream. B. Chocolate. C. Frosting. D. Alcohol. Or E. Honey.
Ooh, this is going to be tough.
I had to think about this.
Yeah.
I think licking off body in general, fun.
Yes.
So I did it by cleanliness.
That's what
Okay.
I thought.
I also went through
Like, what would
cleanliness.
come off of me and I wouldn't feel gross?
Yes, that's kind of where my brain was at too.
So your girl said A,
Yeah.
B, C, D, E. The exact order of the card. Because I feel like that is the order in which I would both enjoy it happening, but also not hate after because you've missed some.
I understand why you put the bottom where you put the bottom.
Yeah.
Can I enlighten you on the fact that you're not really an alcohol girly?
It's true. It's so
And it also
slide offy.
very depends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you were particular
Ooh,
about
okay.
where you put the honey.
Oh, okay.
It would be enjoyable.
My brain just said sticky.
Yeah, my brain said body hair, and it's used for literally waxing. It is not cozy.
You're like, wait.
It is not
but
cozy.
do you want to smell like alcohol?
Ooh.
I don't know. That Chardonnay that got poured all over my body didn't smell that bad, to be honest.
I am going to
like
consider
frosting.
that because once you described smell, I would like to smell like honey more than I would like to smell
I
like
know
alcohol.
you would.
I will go with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I think I'm going to stay.
Okay.
This made sense to me, though. That switch did make sense.
I'm so grateful that you said that.
So grateful.
I
did think about the chocolate thing switch.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't for you.
Yeah. So Mar got everything right. They got A, B, C, E, D. I got A, B, D, C, E.
So you got 2?
If I had switched the one that I thought of, we would have both been right on
Yep.
the money.
Here you go, Willow.
Here you go. Oh, it's going to be good.
Wrong hole.
God, why are cards perfect for the person?
Wow!
Excuse me?
Yeah.
No foreplay. Bad kisser.
Oh.
Smelly crotch. And what are you doing down there?
Wait, well, that's the options. I thought
Yeah.
this was the theme.
What makes you dry up?
I'm going to do what would be my ideal out of all the options
Okay.
versus my least favorite.
Okay, I don't feel confident in this round.
Nope.
I felt so strong with you, Sam.
I feel like
this
I have-
always happens to me.
I have very different opinions, I think. So I'm like, uh-oh.
I put, what are you doing down there as E? Because I have said that laughing my ass off before.
Okay.
Where it's like, what are you doing?
Okay.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's
Okay.
enjoyable. It's a funny moment. for me.
Hilarious. Okay, great.
C is bad kisser.
Uh-huh.
Don't really care.
Okay.
And then I have no foreplay because we're women. We like to feel like built up. You got to do the
Yeah.
build up with us. right? You know, build
That's
up.
important.
And then I have wrong hole because do not touch me there. No, I don't like it. Go away. Get out. And then I have smelly crotch, which feels like the worst out of all of them for me.
Okay, that's
Yes,
so
it
valid.
Smells came back again. I
Yes.
have more of a thing that I would like to convince you
Okay.
Sure.
about Bad Kisser. I feel like a Bad Kisser, the rest is still fine.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, what are you doing down there?
Okay.
Like, something
I can
has, like,
understand.
already disconnected somewhere. Like, Bad Kisser, you're like, you can do all the other stuff. You're still there. You're just, or whatever. But you're still having a better time than, what are you doing?
The fact that you have to stop and go, what is going on?
And it could be funny and whatever, but I feel like the bad kissing is a slightly better time because then maybe the rest is better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always said if I can laugh while we're having sex, that is the ideal relationship for me. That's how I know I'm
think
the
of it in a
most
different
comfortable
context
with
down
you.
there. Because what if they're doing something that you're like, what the actual fuck is going
Yeah.
on down there?
True, but I would just kind of be like, I mean, you have a plan. You're doing
Do
something.
they though? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Can you communicate your plan with me?
Are they only down there and never kissing? Good or bad?
Okay, but here's the thing. That opens up for you being a teacher.
Oh.
And I'm
Oh,
okay
she
with
likes
this.
that.
Oh, no, okay.
I'm okay with
Ah.
Okay, I'm locked in. I'm stubborn.
Yeah, but the hard thing about Willow is that she is an Aries through and through. She will never budge.
Oh, God, okay, yeah.
Okay.
We got.
C, E, B, D, A.
Yeah.
So you got B.
I have C,
Uh-huh.
E, B, A, D. I wasn't going to
Okay.
help you argue that.
Yes.
This is how I thought
Yes.
the bottom end of Willow's was going to
Yes.
go. I was
Yes,
just
it
trying
was.
to get this.
Yeah, I
You
know,
would have
very
been in a
confusing.
really good spot if that had switched. Because, like, I would have done a little bit better, but...
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
close,
I
very
understood
close.
that Smelly was just going to be bottom ranking and that wasn't going to be
Yeah.
the vibe. Okay.
You should have argued.
Speaking of, don't put that in my butt. We have cactus, bag of frozen peas, horse's dick,
Okay.
gallon of hot sauce, or a light bulb. These are the
terrible
worst things that you could
options.
probably think of ever.
Okay.
I'm going to put it from worst to least worst.
Best at the bottom.
Best at the
ideal
bottom.
situation.
Yes.
Yep.
I feel like we could talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could debate this
You
conversation.
feel okay?
I don't feel okay.
Does your butt hurt?
A little bit. Okay.
What you got?
Don't get a horse. First of all, I'm afraid of horses.
Yeah.
Second of all, bestiality is a big no-no for me.
Okay.
Then I have cactus. Yeah. These are the two that I wish I could tie for first.
Okay.
Because the idea of a cactus being anywhere near my butthole is the most terrifying.
I have
thing on
words,
this land.
but continue.
Yeah, sure. Then I have a light bulb. If that breaks, you're fucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we have gallon of hot sauce.
Yep.
I don't know. Out of all of these other things, I don't want glass in my ass. I don't want a horse's dick and a cactus. But I feel like I could live through the gallon of hot sauce. And then I have bag of frozen peas. I feel like out of everything, this is the most mild situation that I've got going on.
So the cactus versus the light bulb. I think a light bulb would be a lot worse.
You think so?
Because there are cacti that don't have all the spiky spikes.
There are.
Yeah.
Oh.
There are cacti that don't
Yeah, I
have
only
the
know
spiky.
cactus with spikes.
I only know cactus
And
with
that
spikes
means-
too. If you can
Let
prove
me
to
lock
me
it.
right
Double check.
now,
Let me
if you can
double
prove
check.
to me
Locked
right
in.
now that there are cactuses without spikes, I will switch it.
No, but like that's locked in. I don't care even if
The
they're
spineless
small.
prickly pear cactus is one of the paddle ones.
See, that's still.
Oh, no, it's got spikes
It's got
on it.
bits.
Yes.
There's little.
No,
there's
they're
little.
nibs. They're just nibs.
Anything
know
that's
what
not
those
smooth
are.
shouldn't go in there.
No.
They're like
Okay,
paddles.
hear me out. I understand you're afraid of horses.
I don't want it.
No.
Don't put it on a horse.
Oh,
Just
this
the
one's
size
way
and
better.
shape.
Just the size.
This
and
one's
shape.
ribbed.
Yes.
I don't think it could.
Ribbed for your pleasure.
Yeah, ribbed.
Let me see it.
Small, I've seen those. They're like this big.
I think it
ribbed
still's got
cactus.
edges, and I would be scared. But
But here's the thing: it won't break in your asshole.
Yeah.
And if it does,
yeah.
it's not gonna bleed you to death. I don't know. You know me as glass, man.
This convinced me. This photo, not that bad.
But okay, the horse.
Is it better than a horse stick?
Don't
It's
put
a
it
horse.
on a horse.
What do you mean by that?
Horse-sized dildo.
I don't think I could get it in there.
No, but it's safer. It's shaped like it's supposed to be. It's basically a fantasy novel.
No, I think horse stick is the worst one.
What?
I think it's the worst one.
More than light bulb?
Yes.
Everything
Everything
else
heard about the
shreds.
stories about people having sex with animals and getting those horrible fucking diseases.
That's why I
that
said it's
last the
not
rest
an
of their
act.
life.
It's a mold
At
of.
least shreds can be sewn.
I feel like you're
Mold of.
You
Not
are-
real.
This list does not say mold of horse stick. It
It
just
also
says
doesn't
horse
say
stick.
spineless cactus.
But doesn't specify. That's still a cactus.
It is still a cactus.
That's still a regular horse's like majigs and shapes.
Me wanting Sydney to prove a photo of a horse dildo right now.
I absolutely. It's okay. I got it.
Okay.
That's fucking huge.
Yeah, that's why it'd be awful.
Safer though. All of this breaks and burns. This doesn't. I'm just saying. It should not be the top of the bar.
I think it should be. I still think the horse's dick is worse. Because of the fear of horses.
No, because if it's
Not
just
attached.
a dildo and it's not attached,
Not
I don't have
attached.
to deal with the actual horse, then I'm not fucked up about it.
It won't
Yeah.
make you think of a horse?
I'm not talking about it.
It's just a ween.
Okay.
It's at least not as bad.
So light bulb,
like about a cactus.
hot sauce,
Okay. I'm just saying that burns. That lives.
cactus, horse dildo.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Bag of peas.
Bag of peas. The fact that you
We got-
moved horse that down, I
Amazing.
made her look up a photo of that dildo. This
Okay.
is not what I expected by any means.
I had C, E, A, D, and B.
A,
Okay.
because I had spines in my head. D,
Okay, yeah.
E, B, then C.
So you each got
We
one.
each got one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You changed my mind too much.
Yes.
Yep.
I did too.
Yep. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Worst thing to yell while orgasming.
Uh-oh.
A, like, comment, and subscribe. B, colonize me.
That's pretty bad.
Oh no, C, why is there blood? D, you're almost as tight as your brother. E, I just sharded.
All are bad.
All are bad. Okay.
I just know Sydney so well.
Okay, this might be a fun argument. Okay, so worst.
Worst?
I just sharded.
Yeah, 100%.
And then why is there blood? Colonize me. Then D, tight as your brother. And then A, like, comment, and subscribe. Because that's just hilarious and kind of just a joke on my job.
I think that bleeding is more alarming than sharding. Because if you're coming really hard, you just kind of lose. You don't
What if
think
you're
about
just on
anything.
your period though? Like it's not that deep.
But why are you bleeding?
I'm less afraid of blood than I actually am of poop.
I would just like to say somebody mentioning their brother over blood.
That is way worse.
Way worse.
100%
Like
worse.
I feel like this needs to swap so bad. Like,
See, brother felt like a fun joke to my brain.
No fucking way.
I'll allow it.
I don't want to orgasm,
I don't
and that's
think
what I
B
find out you
needs to
fuck my
change
brother.
though. I think the colonized thing can be in the middle.
Yeah, colonized is very just in the middle.
That just sounds like the breeding nonsense.
My brain first went to just period blood, and I don't give a fuck about that.
See, I do. That's a absolutely hands-off, no touchy, week off.
But if somebody did that versus saying colonize me, I'd be more likely to talk to somebody who started their period while we were having sex versus a person that's got a weird breeding kink.
I hear you, but my brain still can't. I'm so sorry. I can't. This feels,
I tried my best.
I know, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So mine are C, D, B, E, and A.
Okay, so you got 2?
I have 2.
I put E, D, B,
Oh, so these two got
C.
swapped.
A.
Yes.
Yeah, I was really hoping for you
For
to
the
just
swap.
Yeah.
No, my brain is real
I
locked in on
understand.
that.
Yeah.
But I got E, D, and A,
An A.
and I'm pretty pleased with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine is fear factor.
Oh.
Things you would be scared of.
Oh,
Okay.
what's Willow afraid of? God!
Uh-oh.
Making
Okay.
this the worst.
So buried alive, eat spiders,
Yuck.
bath of leeches, swim in cow's blood, or milk a goat with my mouth. And I'm going to put it from worst to best.
I'm going to go with this, and I feel like we could talk about it.
Buried alive. My actual legitimate worst fear. Bath of leeches. Don't like leeches. This is swimming in cow's blood. I don't know if I'd actually really, well.
No, you're locked in.
Yeah,
we can
I am
talk
locked
about
in.
it.
I meant to switch these two, but we'll keep it there.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk
eat
about it.
spiders, I don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Meh.
And then I put milk a goat with my mouth, but these are supposed to be switched.
I would
accidentally put them
agree.
the wrong
I
spot.
don't think so.
That is what I was going to do originally.
If that's what you were going to do,
And I
let me
messed up.
talk about it with you then.
I do feel like eating spiders is less bad, though.
Less bad than swimming in cow's blood?
I disagree
No.
with that.
But that's just like
I feel
a fun photo shoot.
Swimming in the
Yes.
cow's blood
Yes,
would be
cow's blood
kind
is.
of a triggering.
No.
What?
I have always wanted to bathe in blood like
Real
Elizabeth
blood?
Bathory.
That's
yes!
why it's like eating a spider would be like less than, because
Elizabeth Bathory is
Yeah.
amazing and evil and vampire and hello, vampire!
It's different. You could do fake blood though, Willow.
But, like,
real blood.
Eating
The
a
life
spider
essence.
is worse than that? Because I feel like you just like munch on a spider, but the other one's like
But bathing
really
in
messy
blood is
and
my
crazy.
dream.
That's fair.
Okay.
You can't knock my dream. One is my greatest fear and one is my greatest dream. That's
So the top
problem.
and the bottom are real locked in,
Yes.
but we can't argue
You
that.
can argue the middle, but these are.
Understood.
I don't think
can't
I
move
can
this
argue
man.
any further than where you are. I don't think you should change anything though.
I just really don't agree on the blood and the spider thing. I just think spiders
But
are
that's
really
a
easy
personal
to eat.
thing to sit.
No, but
I
blood,
just she's
blood
eaten
is my
so
dream.
many crazy things. A spider is like a blink.
If they're big, they're cute. Tarantula,
Don't wanna eat
adorable.
them.
If they're tiny, I could just get it over with. But I'd feel bad if it was a bigger spider. It's crunchy and cute. If it's not crunchy and cute, I'll eat it. If it's crunchy and cute, I don't want
This
to
is
eat
coming
it.
from someone who did this for a YouTube video. So like spiders are like gonna come.
Yeah, blood is best case
Oh,
scenario.
just log in, Willow.
Lock in!
I don't want to talk about crunchy spiders anymore.
So
No, I
I
absolutely meant to have the cow's blood at the bottom because I love it.
did remember
Love it.
your fear.
yeah,
Yes.
same.
So
Yes.
A.
Yes.
Then I also agreed. C. Great.
Yeah.
Good.
And then I did also agree that the goat is.
This is where I disagree. You had it the way that I wanted it, and then you decided to flip on me, and I was
Yes.
disappointed.
See,
I accidentally
we
put them
got
in
to
the wrong
here
order.
for me. It was just the blood and the spider. So I
but
have
I did
A,
not be here.
C, E, D, B. So I got the bottom two wrong.
No, the first time you unflipped things, I was like, I'm golden.
Yeah.
But then you flipped them, so I did
Yeah.
get 3 correct.
Yes.
Made my dick limp. Too drunk. Not drunk enough. Too much teeth. Intrusive thoughts about 9/11. Remembering I'm all alone.
Got it. Love it. Okay. That is what I would do.
limp.
Least limp to limp. Okay.
Reveal your answers. Laura.
Too drunk.
Okay.
When I'm drunk, we're down.
We're down.
Then intrusive thoughts about 9/11. I feel like that would pop up in my head, and then I'd go, I don't give a fuck.
I didn't move those. I'm sorry. I was trying to see that.
Not drunk enough. Depends. C, too much teeth. That's kind of too much teeth. I don't want that, really. And then remembering I'm all alone. That would kind of be really hard for me.
Okay, I fully believe thinking about all the dead people is somehow worse than just not being drunk enough.
I was literally showing you guys a 9/11 joke earlier, and everyone was like, ha.
Yeah, that would get you more into it. Like,
you think that me not being drunk enough, I could still just have a fine time?
You could have a great time instead of thinking about 9/11.
I think thinking about 9/11 is just daily occurrence around here. That's why I was like, I think it's fine.
I really don't. But that's the thing. I don't think that much about 9/11. I don't really.
But
have
this is saying
That's
you
why
would.
it wouldn't bother you.
You think that wouldn't take you out of the
Briefly,
things happening?
maybe it would, and I
Instead of sober you that's having a great time.
I think it'd be fine.
Sydney, I agree with you.
Okay, thank you. I was like, no, I'm gonna stand on this one.
But I'm pretty much locked in.
Okay.
You can't really.
I feel
convince me
good about that
otherwise.
one. I just needed that.
Mine is D, obviously. B, A, C, and E. So I got 3 matched.
I got A.
Nice.
I understood the drunk thing.
I get a little flirty when I'm drunk.
B, C. So I needed.
Oh.
Yeah. And then it started to move. And then D. So that was my problem. And then E.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Too much teeth. I'm not fucking.
I
with that.
didn't know. I thought that might be like a.
Chat's favorite.
Oh my God!
It's
Is it
Chat's
soup?
favorite question.
Is it soup?
Oh, I have strong feelings about this.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
And
fucked.
this is a lightning round, so you know.
Let's do what is soup to not soup.
All right,
Okay.
Sydney, give us the lowdown.
Okay. Cereal, soup. It's in a bowl. It's got a liquid and a solid. Soup. C, salsa. Also liquid, solid bowl. D, chili. Also a liquid, solid bowl, but a little chunky. The ocean, no bowl. And then B, milkshake. That's in a glass.
Hear me out. The ocean is like literally the ocean. It cannot
It is
ever
the
be
ultimate soup.
It is no, it's
Ultimate
not.
soup.
It is not soup.
It's
undrinkable. There are
literally primordial
living things
soup.
in it.
yeah.
It's shush.
That's the liquid and the solid.
But it's
part of
not.
soup.
Yes.
No.
That's
container.
why. That's why.
Not
it's,
even a container over this. You could argue. You could. No, because if you're arguing
I feel
cereal.
like, okay, I feel like soup needs to have something to nom on.
Okay.
Milkshake does not have anything to nom on.
No solids.
Therefore,
Neither does the ocean.
Fish.
no fish.
Raw fish. You're gonna go into the ocean and
Yes.
raw dog the ocean and then bring out a fish with your fucking mouth. I don't fucking think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Everybody listen up.
There's literal primordial soup. There are tons of ingredients, tons
So
of
too
delicious
big.
things in
Time out.
soup.
Too big.
Too big. Wrong shape.
Too big. No container. The ocean
the earth
will
is the
swallow
container.
everything. It is not a soup.
The earth is the container.
The earth is not the container.
Yes, it is. It is. The ocean is so deep. We haven't even explored all
My
of
problem is I've called
It
the
is
ocean
deep.
soup before.
it. Exactly. It is soup.
And you're not gonna sit down and eat the fucking ocean.
I think the ocean is the most soup.
I think it's the least soup.
It's human soup.
Exactly. That's why I think it's the most soup. It is the original soup. It's the first soup.
I would
to
also
have
like
ever
to
soup.
argue. This is gonna go off a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
That chili is the most soup.
No.
There
No,
are
there's no
chili-
broth.
No, that's
There's
not
enough
true.
broth. There's
What
not
is the
enough
broth in? Okay,
You
what
know.
kind of chili? The chili with beans or stupid meat sauce?
Both work.
No.
No, you gotta slurp. Soup needs to be slurpable.
Chili's with beans.
Okay.
I know chilies with beans.
Here's another hot
And
take.
and
There's no-
beans. There
Here's
is
another
broth.
hot take.
It's thick.
You
The
have to be able to
viscosity can
slurp it to be
change.
soup.
You can slurp chili.
There's no broth
Not
though.
really, no. Not enough to slurp. There's enough to like
So
salsa, super
is
wet.
outrageous.
Cereal, super wet.
Salsa can
Ocean,
stay where it's
super
at.
wet. Chili, no.
I think this is the question that makes me the most angry. I've never been more livid in my fucking life.
No, I'm gonna stay.
No.
This is
I feel very strongly about this.
Mine is E, A, D, C, and B. So I have one correct. I just thought
Honestly, I
ocean
feel
is
like I should move chili up, but I've already locked in. I'm so sorry. I think have like
D,
liquid
C,
soup.
A, B, E.
We each got
Ocean.
one. We each got one correct. I think ocean is ultimate soup,
I never, ever, ever want to think of the ocean as soup.
but it is the ultimate meme. Where's the nearest Wendy's? We need to order a chili and a milkshake. And we will try slurping each one and figure out which one is more soup.
I love you guys.
We love you.
Anyway, what was the one that dried out? Like, comment, and subscribe.